Good morning, yogis. This is Steven from YogaWorks. And usually at this time, I'm teaching an outdoor yoga class in the park in Johannesburg in South Africa. Of course, with all the corona measures and the safety precautions we have to keep in mind, this is not possible at this time. So I thought, why not offer an yoga class online via this platform. This is the first time I'm doing this, so let's see how this goes. I was planning to set this up in my garden outside, but it's also raining, so we have to keep making little adjustments, or should I say big adjustments in this time. So we probably all have a lot of things on our plate that we did not order. I'm sure a lot of us have had cancelled plans, cancelled events, cancelled trips, cancelled work things. Maybe you are completely unable to get out at the moment, depending on where you are in the world. A lot of us are worried about some elderly or sickly people in our family, and there's a lot of extra reason for fear and anxiety to come up. So I thought what would be best in this case is to offer a grounding yoga practice to tune into our foundation, which is shaken to be sure, but we can tune into this and see what is available so that as little as possible we get lost in thought or ruminations or fear about what the future may bring, because to be honest, we don't know. So if you've got a quiet space, a little bit of time in your house, then roll out your mat, or if you don't have a mat, just practice on a carpet or on a patch of grass, wherever you are. And I'd like to invite you to sit comfortably. You can sit like I am, or you can sit with in a cross-legged position, whatever works. But just for a moment, rest down wherever you are. Feel the support of the ground underneath you, and just rest down on this support a little bit more. It might be a nice idea at this point to close your eyes and take a deep breath or a couple of deeper breaths. Maybe you like to sigh out the breath, or do whatever you need to soften and settle in. So today we'll be working with our foundation, with how we ground, how we root down. And especially in times like this is even more important, because if our foundation is strong, whatever comes along as a challenge or a difficulty, we will be able to withstand that. Nobody says it's easy or that it's a breeze to go through these times. But if you have a strong foundation, all the rest will eventually fall into place. Our foundation is often our work and financial stability, which may be severely affected for you at the moment. It probably is for most of us throughout the world. So this one point of support we may not be able to count on very much, but it's not the only one. You've probably noticed more and more in these last few weeks, you've been in contact with people who are dear to you, your family, your close friends, maybe some colleagues, definitely kids and parents. So there's a strong bond through our relationships, a foundation that we can rely on. There's even a sense of all of us worldwide being connected through this challenge that we are all going through, which is probably has never been seen before, or at least in our lifetime. So rest with this knowledge you've got these relationships that you can lean on. And then another important pillar of support is our health. Our immune system is our strongest defense against a virus or a pandemic like this. So the more attention we pay to how you breathe, how you eat, what you drink, how you move, how you sleep, the more we'll be able to build up this resilience, and also to tune into our inner intelligence, our wisdom of what is good for us and what is not so good, maybe a habit that we can change now that we've become aware of this. So now start to pay much more attention to your breath flowing in and out through the nostrils if you can. Just observe, where does the breath go? How deep down into your abdomen does it flow? And on the exhale, can you feel how your whole body can soften? Again, inhale, feel this three-dimensional expansion, top to bottom, front to back, side to side. Slow exhale, whatever you don't need, exhale it out. Let's do one more together. Slow inhale. Send the breath all the way down into your belly. And slow exhale, relax and let go of all tension. I'm going to count the breath now. Inhale slow for 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath for a moment at the top. And a slow exhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause, stay empty just for a moment. And then slow inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, stay full, no tension. Slow exhale, 2, 3, 4. Rest at the bottom of the exhale. Again in 2, 3, 4. Pause and listen. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Pause and listen again. One more round, slow inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold and relax. And then slow exhale, 2, 3, 4. Let your breath return to normal. Observe what a difference a couple of slower counted breaths can make in your sense of calm, of focus, in lowering that sense of tension and anxiety that exists. And then you can blink your eyes open and come to sit like this. So more or less your right foot is going to be close to your left knee, or you could start on the other side, it doesn't really matter. And then try to sit up as tall as possible. And then all we're going to do, you can use your hands behind you to start this, is to lift the knees up and turn them down to the other side. That's it. So now we've swapped sides. Let's go to the first side again. Lift the knees, keep your chest lifted, lower the knees to the right. Do this a couple of times. Let the breath be nice and smooth as you do this. The purpose of this session is not to strain our body even more, to create even more tension, to create a feeling that you're terrible at all this yoga stuff and pandemic stuff. This is to create confidence, to feel, oh, there's actually a lot that we can do in these circumstances. Maybe even have a little bit more time to move in your house or in your garden, to play with the kids, to learn a new skill, to do an online course, whatever it is. Now we're going to add, if you want to, you can now try the same without the support of the hands. So it requires a little bit more core activation. See how it goes. You might be moving around a little bit, it's fine. Don't worry about that. Nice. Next time we go to the left, stay here. Now you can use the hands again. We're going to lift up and push the hips forward, lift the chest. And then slowly come down. Swap to the second side. Lift up. Push the hips forward a little bit. Slowly come down if you can without your hands this time. Knees to the left. Lift up. Little bridge. Slowly come down. Knees to the right. Lift up. Slowly down. To the left side. Lift up. Slowly down. Let's go one more each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then slowly come to center. Nice. Place your feet slightly wider, maybe around the edges of your mat, and push yourself forward. So we're going to squat. Everyone's squat looks slightly different, so just see how that feels today. If it really feels terrible, you can always lift the heels slightly, or roll up your mat, or slide a blanket underneath your heels if necessary. Nice. Now bring hands together at the heart. You can use this to push the elbows out against the inner knees if you like to. We're going to do a few rounds of cat and cow in this position. So on the exhale, we're going to stretch our arms forward, tuck chin to chest around your back. On the inhale, bring hands to your heart and lift the chest up a little bit. Exhale, stretch your fingers forward, chin to chest. Inhale, bring everything back to center. Exhale, round your back a little bit more this time if you can. Inhale, arch your back or at least lift the chest up a little bit. Let's do two more. Exhale, just flow with the breath. Forget everything else. Inhale. One more. Exhale. Inhale. Nice. Release your fingertips down. Next few movements, we're just going to lift up through the hips and then soften back down into the squat. Here we go. Lift the hips up. That's the inhale. You don't have to straighten your knees all the way, or you might be able to, that's fine. And then rebend the knees, squat again. Now with the breath, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, go slowly. You've got time. Exhale. 3 more. Inhale, push the feet down, feel the earth underneath you. Exhale, pull the hips down towards your heels. We've got 2 more. Push down into the earth to lift the hips high. Exhale, allow gravity to invite you down. 1 more, take your time, push the heels down, straighten the legs, and soften back down. Nice. Then slowly come to straighten the legs a little bit more. I wouldn't recommend to straighten them all the way. Keep a little soft bend in your knees. I'm going to just turn sideways so you can see it better. My feet about hip distance apart. And I'm just folding over the legs. Keep a soft bend in the knees and let the spine just lengthen down. Take a deeper breath. Inhale, feel the belly push up against the thighs. Exhale, can you ripple the spine down over the legs a little bit more? Feel the weight in the balls of the feet and the heels.
the inner foot, the outer foot. If you like to here, you can now clasp the hands behind the lower back, just to get an extra bit of shoulder stretch. Or if that doesn't feel good, then just release the hands down like we did before. The shoulders have the tendency to hunch up here towards the ears. See if you can lift them up a little bit towards the sky. And then release your hands down. And then really slowly bend the knees a bit more and start to roll up first to round the lower back. And then continue really slow towards the middle back. And then continue even higher towards the upper back between your shoulder blades. And then finally we're coming up all the way. Roll the shoulders back a couple of times and lift the head. Roll the shoulders a few times. Feeling all this tension that exists, or maybe there's some you can already let go of. Again, place your feet about hip distance. Stretch your fingertips down next to the hips, lift the chest up. This is mountain pose. This is an amazing grounding, balancing pose. You feel the left and the right side balancing. You feel the front and the back. And you feel the bottom of your body is grounding down on the earth and the top is lengthening up. Nice. Now bring the hands down to the center and lift them up with the inhale. Stretch all the way up. Exhale, push your hands out towards the sides. Make a wide circle like this. Inhale, let's go again. Exhale, push hands away. One more time like this. Inhale. Lift up. Whatever you don't need, push it away. Now we're going to add on to this. Inhale to rise through the central channel. Exhale, push away, but this time hinge from the hips so you fold forward. It's a good idea to bend your knees a little bit. Inhale for flat back, press your hands on the shins. Stretch your chest forward, maybe even look forward. Exhale, fold over the legs. Again, you can use your belly to do this. Inhale, let's rise, go all the way up. Sweep your arms. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Again, let's inhale through the center. Exhale, push your hands away, flex your wrists all the way down. You can always bend your knees. Inhale is to lengthen the chest forward, feel your back get stronger as you do this. Exhale, use your belly to fold over the legs, relax the head. This time spinal roll around your back. How slowly can you ripple the spine up, stacking one vertebra on top of the other. Roll shoulders back at the top. Mountain pose, we're back. I'm going to add on to this. I'm going to turn sideways. Inhale through the center. Exhale, push your hands away from each other, fold forward. Inhale, flat back, stretch your chest to the front. Exhale, hands down this time, right foot back. Lower your knee. Inhale, lift the arms up. Soften the hips down. This is low lunge. Exhale, lower the hands to the mat. Step back into plank. Inhale, take a moment in plank. Strengthen your belly. Exhale, shift a little bit forward and lower down. Slow. Inhale, locust pose. Reach your hands back. Lift the legs, lift the chest. And exhale, let's go to down dog. You can keep knees down and then straighten the legs. Take an extra breath or two to tune in. You've got 4 points of support. Feel your presence on this little space in the earth. Inhale here. On the exhale, step your right foot forward. Lower the left knee down. Inhale, lift the arms, one breath in a low lunge. Exhale, lower hands, step forward, forward fold at the top of your mat. Nice spinal roll, bend your knees, start to roll from the lower back, middle back, upper back, roll shoulders back. Second side, here we go, lift through the central channel. Exhale, push away and fold forward. Inhale, chest goes forward, flat back. Exhale, hands down, step the left foot back this time. Lower your knees softly to the mat and lift your arms, low lunge. Keep belly strong. Lower the hands, prepare for plank pose. Take an inhale in plank. Use the whole exhale to slowly lower down. Keep your elbows close. Locust pose again. Inhale, reach the chest forward, the toes back. Exhale, make your way to downward facing dog. Take a breath. Inhale in downward facing dog. On the exhale, step left foot forward, really soft, right knee down. Inhale, let's rise, low lunge pose. Exhale, hands down, step right foot forward, forward fold at the top, hang your head down. Spinal roll, here we go, bend your knees, slowly roll, lower back, middle back, upper back, shoulders, head. Let's do one more round, nice and slow, one breath, one movement. Focus on the sensations and more than on what you can do, what you can't do. Inhale through the center. Exhale, spread arms, dive down. Inhale, lengthen chest forward, push your shins away. Exhale, the right foot back, lower your knee. Lift your arms, one breath this time. Exhale, go to plank. Inhale in plank pose, strengthen the midsection. Exhale, slowly down. Inhale, locust pose, lift everything up, you don't have to go high. Exhale, hips back for downward facing dog. Stretch the thighs back behind you. Inhale in down dog. Exhale, step right foot forward, left knee down. Inhale, lift the arms up, squeeze your legs towards the middle. Exhale, step forward, forward fold at the top of the mat. Inhale, we go all the way up. Hands to heart. Last side, here we go. Lift up through the center. Exhale, push your arms away and fold. Flat back, let's strengthen our lower back, lift high enough. And then fingertips down, left foot back. Flow with your breath. It should feel like a moving meditation. Left knee down, inhale. Exhale, hands down, plank. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, all the way down. Locust pose, here we go. Lift your chest, lift the legs. Exhale, push back through child's pose to downward facing dog. If at any time you need a break, feel free to pause, take a break in child's pose or any other resting pose. Join us again when you feel ready. Inhale in down dog. Exhale, step left foot forward, the right knee down. Inhale, let the arms rise, lift the chest. Exhale, step forward and fold at the top. Spinal roll, bend your knees. Now slowly can you roll up. Roll shoulders back,
Hands to heart, stand tall at the top of your mat. Again, notice the effect. We've done 2 rounds of step back sun salutations, which are designed to warm up each part of the body to prepare for the rest of our session. Can you feel the touch of your feet down on this earth? Can you feel your head in the clouds, so to speak? Even if you're inside, doesn't matter. Nice. From here, lift the arms. Hook your thumbs at the top and then look up. Can you slightly lean back ever so slightly? Lift the chest up, ground the feet down, feel that strong foundation. And then slowly fold all the way down. Inhale, flat back. Press your shins away, lengthen chest forward. Exhale, place hands down, step back to down dog, that's it. Nice, I'm going to turn around so you can see better. Step your right foot forward from here. Turn the left heel down so that more or less your heels are in the same line. And then sweep the arms up into Warrior 2 pose. Stretch your fingertips away from each other. And then pay attention to how your body rests on the foundation beneath you. What is the left foot doing? What is the right foot doing? Is one of them working a lot more than the other, or is it a sense of balance, of spreading the load, of using your resources to rise up with minimal effort? From here, left hand, stretch it down the back leg, lift the right arm up. Keep the right knee bent here and just find this lovely stretch in the right side body. You can look up if you want, or if your neck is unhappy, then just look down. Now slowly come up, start to straighten your front leg. Keep the feet in the same position. From here, just reach forward until you reach a point where you can't go further. Just lower the right hand down there and lift the left arm up. Keep the front ribs a little bit together and stretch away through both legs, through both arms. A couple of breaths here, see what you can relax or let go of. And then slowly lift up. Turn the right toes in, so now your feet are parallel, you're facing sideways on the mat. Bring hands to hips, lift the chest up. Inhale. On the exhale, lengthen the chest forward and fold over the legs. At some point you feel you are stopping naturally. Your hamstrings or inner thighs have a good enough challenge. So that's where you stop. Maybe the fingertips can come down, or you can always keep hands on the hips. If there's a little bit more space, you can always walk the hands a little bit further back. Soften the upper body over the legs. But there's no need to force anything. There's already enough going on in our lives at the moment without us having to stress over a yoga pose or our flexibility. Nice, then come back, flat back, lengthen your chest forward. Turn the right toes forward again. Place your hands at the front of the mat and step back to plank. Inhale in plank pose. Exhale, slowly come down, take your time. This time, Cobra Pose, slide your hands under the shoulders slightly further back. Press the tops of your feet down and then start to roll the head up, the chest up. Keep your elbows close to the sides and draw the shoulder blades together behind you. Slowly come down. Downward facing dog. Take a breath.
Feel your support, 2 hands, 2 feet resting down. And the hips are rising up high, the spine is lengthening, backs of the legs lengthening. You want to turn around again so you can see. Left foot forward, right heel comes down. When you're ready, sweep the arms up, warrior 2 pose. You might have to adjust the feet slightly. Again, stretch fingertips away. And almost imagine you're pushing down onto something solid here, so you can activate the underside of the shoulders. You're doing a ton of effort in some of these standing poses, but can you also soften something? We're doing the best we can under the circumstances, but it doesn't have to be perfect. We're just learning under new circumstances here. In yoga or in the coronavirus crisis we find ourselves in. Right hand comes down. Left arm, reach it up. Stretch the whole left side body. It should feel amazing. Now slowly come back up. Start to straighten your front leg. Keep the feet pressing down onto the ground. Reach left arm forward, forward, forward until it can't go further. Lower it there on your shin, on the block, maybe on the mat. It doesn't matter. Lift your right arm up. A couple of breaths here. You can relax the neck. You can look down. Or you can look up at the top hand. Now slowly rise up. From here, again, turn the toes to face parallel to the side of your mat. Hands on the hips. Inhale, lift up. Roll shoulders back. Exhale, lengthen forward. Forward, forward. Lower the hands down. This time, really simple. All we're going to do is walk your hands to your right foot. Just a little bit. You might end up halfway. You might end up holding that foot. It doesn't matter really. And then if it feels okay, you can wrap the left arm, or the right arm rather, around your lower back. So you corkscrew the spine and maybe even look up over that right shoulder. Gently release. Walk your hands to center, all the way over to the left. You can stay here, this is perfect. You can wrap the arm. Maybe if that ankle is within your reach, you can hold this as an extra point of support. Twist around the spine. Maybe look up over the left shoulder. Now slowly release. Walk your hands back to your left foot, to the front of the mat, wherever that is now, and step back to lie on your belly. Cobra Pose, here we go. Hands under shoulders, elbows stay close, roll shoulders back, lengthen the heart forward, 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 and create a little bit of space in the front body. Slowly lower down. Now stretch your arms away from you and just rest the forehead down. Take a few deeper breaths. Notice how comforting this feels to rest your body down on the floor, on the earth. Feel all the extra tension, anxiety, fears, worries, doubts. Feel them melt away into the surface underneath. Slowly start to make your way back to Downward facing dog. I'm going to turn around again so you can see. One more short little sequence. Here we go. Step right foot forward. Lower the left knee down. Nice. Come up with your hands to your heart. Pull the back leg and the front leg a little bit together underneath you. And I'm going to take the left elbow over the right knee and then push the hands together. Turn your chest to the right. Roll the right shoulder open. Keep the foundation strong. Nice, lower the hands down. Step back to plank. Really slowly lower the belly down. Two choices. You could stay with the locust we've done before, or if you want a slightly stronger back bend, you can hold the tops of the feet or your ankles. If this is not within your reach, then just stay with the straight arm and leg one that we've done before. Otherwise, hold your feet, kick your feet into the hands, and just lift up a little bit. Any amount is fine. We don't want to create a huge amount of tension or stress here. We're just lengthening the front. Slowly release. Push back to downward facing dog. From here, really simple. Step left forward. Lower the right knee down. Come up, hands to the front knee. Again, feel the foundation, front foot, back knee. Pull them together underneath you a little bit. And then place hands at the heart. I'm going to twist right elbow over the left knee this time. Push your elbow and the knee together and roll the heart open towards your thumbs. Maybe look over that left shoulder, but mainly pay attention to your base. Whatever touches the earth, that's what the pose is built on. Slowly release. Lower the hands down. Come onto your knees. You can open the knees a little bit wider and then just sit the hips back into child's pose. Relax the forehead down. If it feels hard to lower the forehead, you can always slide a blanket or your fists or a block under your forehead just to bring the floor up a little bit. Make sure you're comfortable. Feel soft rounding in the spine. Send a few deeper breaths all the way through the upper body, down into the hips if you can. This is a great grounding pose, a pose to look inside, to, for a moment, shut off the outside world, to tune into your inner wisdom. Sometimes a situation like this we find ourselves in is really terrifying. But also it can present an opportunity to do things completely differently, to rearrange your priorities, to emerge as almost a new person, to wake up from a wrong path that you were on and change direction now. One person said on social media, it's almost like the earth, Mother Nature sent all of us to our rooms to think about what we've done. Slowly rise back up. Nice. Come to sit in a little squat like this. Knees together. You're on the balls of the feet. And then just open the knees wide and walk your hands a little bit forward so you can start to fold your chest down in between the knees or in that general direction. Just soften. So you can stay here. This is it. Relax the heels down. You get a nice stretch in the Achilles and the calves. There's another option here which you might try out if you like. You can thread your arm inside the knee and outside the heel and on the other side as well. And then use this to lengthen the chest a little bit more forward and relax the head towards the earth. Couple of breaths here, round your back. Slow, relaxed breaths. And then slowly come up. We'll end the more active part of this class, you could say, a little challenge for our balance, as if you didn't have enough challenge already. But let's see how it goes. From here, just lengthen your right leg in front of you. So I'm mirroring you. You'll have to really sit down on that left heel and then lift the chest, support yourself with your fingertips. And then maybe, if it's possible, you could stay here. Or you can lift the right leg up a little bit. So see how this one goes. And then maybe, very, very maybe, you might be able to bring your hands to your chest. Ta-da! Come down, if you're not down already. Hope for the best for the second side. If you're doing this class together with someone, wish them good luck for the left leg. Here we go, just stretch it out. You're in the pose, you can stop here, it's fine. Or if you like, a little bit more core work for hip flexor, lift the left leg up. And then if everything goes well, you might be able to bring hands to chest. Remember, for Instagram, you only need to do this for half a second or so, and you'll get lots of likes. Here we go. Sit down. The hard part is over. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Ground the sit bones down, lift the chest. Nice. Just take the right knee, bend it in. Bring it quite close to your hip. Leave a little bit of space between the foot and the thigh here. All I'm going to do is place left hand behind me. Reach the right arm inside that knee. Stretch it forward as far as you can. You can stay here, this is it. You could just relax that arm. Or another option is to wrap right arm around the front of the shin. That's it. You could stay here again. Or there's a last option, is left arm goes around the back, maybe finds that right hand. If it's not available today, then just leave it, go back to one of the other options. All of these binds are little details that don't offer a lot of extra benefit. They might be fun if it's within your reach. Nice, slowly release. Let's swap legs, right leg straight. Left knee bended. Bit of space between left foot, right thigh. The right hand, reach it behind, just to have something to push away from as the left arm reaches forward inside your knee. That's it, you can stay here, just relax the arm down and take a few breaths. Or option 2, wrap around the front of left shin, stay here. Or option 3, take right arm, wrap it around the lower back. Maybe find the other hand and stay for a moment. Keep the front foot a little bit active. Lengthen the chest towards your right toes in that direction. But most of all, pay attention to your base. Today we're grounding, we're building foundations. We're tuning into what is available and not to all the unknown challenges that we cannot predict. Slowly release. From here, just open the left knee to the side. That's it. Lift your chest, activate the right leg, right foot. This might be it, or if you got a little bit more space, you might walk your hands over the front leg a little bit. If you have any lower back issues, I recommend go a little bit on the diagonal just to not add too much tension there. Or if your lower back is fine, you can go over the leg. Couple of breaths here. If it makes you really happy, you can hold your front foot, but this is not going to change your experience fundamentally, so don't worry about it. Even if you're sitting all the way upright, that's fine, you're getting the same benefits. Soften down, let the breath explore your body from the inside. Now slowly walk the hands back up. From here, let's swap legs. It's going to be left leg straight. Right knee, bend it and open it to the side. Lift your chest up, activate the left leg, left foot. Lower back issues, go on the diagonal. No lower back issues, you can turn over the leg and maybe walk a little bit forward depending on how the day goes and how your body feels. Couple of breaths here. This is an amazing stretch for the whole back of the left leg. But my favorite part of this pose is actually the lower back length that it creates. Can you feel the lower back receiving some love? Slowly walk back up. Take the right leg, place the right foot over your left knee. Nice. And then with the left arm, you can wrap around, hook the elbow, and pull the knee in close to your chest. Lift the heart up. And then right hand can go behind the base of the spine. Keep your knee in close and turn your chest to the right a little bit. That's it. A couple of breaths here. We're not trying to break a world record twisting. We've got other problems on our mind at this time. We're trying to build a strong foundation for our system, our body, our mind, our energy, our emotions, to withstand, well, whatever is coming our way. We don't know, to be honest. And then return to the center. Swap legs, right leg straight. Left knee bended and place left foot over the right knee. Now let's hook the right elbow, wrap it around. Pull the knee in close to your chest, lift the heart up, and then start to bring left hand behind you, turn your chest to the left. A breath or two, or actually a few more breaths, just to let the system settle in to receive the benefits of the pose without lots of strain and tension. And then slowly release, come to a comfortable seat, maybe cross-legged, maybe on the shins. Relax your hands somewhere on the knees or on the thighs or in your lap. Lengthen the chest up without introducing new tension. And just sit like this for a little moment, maybe close your eyes. Here we are, all confined to our own room or house or city or place. And the yogis say if it's not possible to go outside,
then we can go inside. There's a whole world to explore within us that we have barely tapped into. There's an inner strength and resilience that can carry us through any adversity, especially if we tune into this mindset that we are not alone in this. Right now, you are sitting here in this pose together with so many other people. On this live video, but anywhere in the world, there's lots of people doing the inner work, actually changing the world in a good way. This is a time of great stress and fear, but it's also a time of great possibility and transformation. So we all feel the stress and fear, but some people stay in that mode, and some people use this as an opportunity, as the fuel to transform themselves, to come out on the other side as a new person almost. So take a few breaths and just rest down on this great mother underneath us. Feel this real sense of connection with all the people around you, whether they're practicing yoga right now or not, it doesn't matter. And then just place both hands on your heart. And for a moment, can you send yourself a little bit of that compassion? That sense of everything is going to be all right, you've got this. Not easy, but you've got the resources. And can you imagine doubling this compassion and sending it to somebody who needs it a lot now, who's really struggling at the moment? Maybe they're elderly, maybe they're sick, maybe their plans have been cancelled or shattered, maybe they're in financial difficulty. Choose this person, bring them to mind, and send them your deepest wish that they'll be okay. And then open your reach of compassion to all the beings out there. The humans who are struggling a little bit right now, but also all the other beings who are probably quite happy for the little break and all the flights and traffic and industry pollution and fishing. Nature has a little breathing space. Can you share in that? And you're welcome to stay a little bit longer in a seated meditation if you prefer. Or you can start to lie down on your back for our Shavasana, our final relaxation. This is probably the most important yoga pose that we can practice. Even if this is what your yoga practice looks like at the moment, that's fantastic. Maybe for the first time in a long time, you can do this for 10 minutes if you like, for 15 minutes. You can fall asleep and wake up half an hour later. It's all good. So rest the back of your body on the surface underneath you. Progressively relax your arms and legs a lot more. Let the pelvis and the shoulder girdle rest down on the earth.
Let your spine relax, all the little muscles around the spine. Now soften the tension in the shoulders, the neck, your throat. Relax the jaw and your tongue in the mouth. Relax all the little muscles around your eyes. Let your eyes sink a little bit deeper in their sockets. And smoothen out your forehead, the point between the eyebrows. Relax your scalp. Give yourself this gift of relaxation, of calm presence. If you have a little bit more time, then I would recommend you just lie here for a little bit longer, extra 5-10 minutes, whatever you have. If this is the time that you had allocated for your practice and you need to attend to other things, start to deepen your breath. Maybe sigh out the breath if it feels good. Slowly move your hands, move your feet. Bend your knees and roll over onto your side. And just use your hands to press up into a seated position. Bring your hands together at the heart. Let's close off by touching hands to the forehead, hands to heart center, and bow to yourself on your mat. Namaste, yogis. Thank you for joining me online this morning. This was a new experience for me, so let me know if you have any feedback, things that we can work on. Maybe I can help you with other practices to sustain you in this period. But I'd love to hear from you, so drop comment or stay in touch in any other way. See you soon. Thank you.